What's up, guys? We're here with another battle report. So we're gonna be pumping up the difficulty and playing one of the top players probably in America for Necrons. He got best in faction for Necrons in 8th edition. So and I'm pretty sure, except for his first few games of getting back into Warhammer, he just stomped me every game after that. So this is gonna be a nice little practice game of learning 10th edition, because I'm still, oh my god, E-Man, ignore that, that's a special boy. Okay, so we have Imperial Knights. We'll be playing, it doesn't matter because there's no more households. So it's the same old list. I have here Canis Rex. We got with all of the weapons he always comes with. The Knight Crusader, Avenger gatling gun, Ironstorm missile pod, rapid fire battle cannon. And we got a Knight Warden with a Avenger gatling gun also, and a Reaper chainsword. And we got 2 Armiger Warglaives and a Hellbaron. We're playing with the new fact, so Titanic, or not Titanic, just Imperial Knights. The rule of reroll 1 hit, 1 wound. People were saying that applies to all their weapons. It is once per model per shooting phase. So yeah, so you pretty much choose your best weapon and you decide if you want to use it or not. So yes, that is my army, and we're gonna go to Eulis with his Necrons.
Hey guys, Eulis here. So this is going to be the Necrons for today. This is going to be my list I'll be taking down to the GT down LA for this next weekend coming up. I believe it's the Hammer and Wrath GT, but it's one that TFG Radio does. So this is what we're looking at. Bear in mind, I got a few models in here that are going to be kind of stand-ins as everything's getting worked on this week. We are going to be led by the Transcendent Satan up front. Everyone kind of loves him right now. He's got the, they gave him back reanimation protocols, as well as the enhancement for the 4-up Field of Pain. Really just hard to get rid of, half damage. We've got your stereotypical Hex Mark that seems to find himself in just about every list. We got 2 Doomsday Arcs. The crux of the list is gonna be the 2 units of Lich Guard. I'm basically gonna be running 1 unit with a sword and board, and 1 unit of War Scythes. The War Scythes will be led by a stand-in for today with Mr. Oricon. I still think he is one of the best HQs in the Necron army. I don't know if he gets enough love. And hopefully we'll see that today. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, please drop it down in the comments below and I'll jump on there and answer what I can.
All right, so we are deployed here. So the mission we are playing, let me grab my paper here. We are playing priority target, so just 5 points per objective. You only gain 10 per command phase, correct?
Yeah, per turn and
yes.
15 at the end.
And then we are playing with Chilling Rain, so no bonus objectives. And we did fixed secondaries, so Eulis to bring it down, obviously. And then teleport homers, so he needs to get some dudes in my deployment and give up his shooting to do some points, or he can go in the middle, but he gets more if it's in my deployment over here. Right. For me, I did assassination because he has a lot of characters, and also bring it down because I'm lazy and I want to get rewarded for killing his stuff that I need to kill anyway. So we did player place terrain, hammer and anvil deployment, so 18 inches up. As you can see from our deployment markers. We did player place terrain, so this is how I placed mine on my half.
Roses.
Oh yes, and we're kind of practicing. Well, not for me, but Eulis wants to practice for his GT. So we're playing with each player gets a fully line of sight blocked terrain piece. So the ones with roses on the top floor, we're playing with the windows as solid. So my knights towering will not be affected, will not work with these terrain pieces. I actually need to see around them to shoot stuff. Okay, and then everything else, normal ruins have to be 6 inches from each other. Other pieces terrain have to be 4 inches away and 4 inches from the board edge. So yes, that is our deployment and table setup. We're gonna roll to see who gets turn 1. Yeah. Oh, it's off. I'll re-roll it because it has to be in the dice tray. And it's a 1. Oh snap! Good luck.
Necrons turn 1. All right, really quick turn for Necrons. Basically, I do this often. Sometimes I call it a dead turn 1. Basically trying to set up for a turn 2. So everything just kind of gets tucked in a little bit and Gonna be scoring teleportation homer with the immortals that are up there towards the middle, within 6 inches of midboard. And other than that, it's gonna be Knight's turn, bottom turn 1.
All right, so this is our movement phase. Command phase, I just did the basic bondsman ability. I gave with the Warden here, the -1 damage reduction, so they're bonded with that. Over here, the Baron and the Crusader are +1 to hits. And yeah, that was it for command phase movement. You see where they moved here. I kind of moved back with Canis Rex because I do not want him dropping DDAs on turn 2 in my deployment, which is why I also put that Baron there, because he has 72-inch range, so he can just chill back there and still shoot at stuff mid-board if needed, but he's also in the open because I did not put train there. And over here, we moved this Warglaive that didn't have any bonuses up into this corner of ruins, so I can get on that objective. And they moved up here mid-board to toe in on this objective. I'm kind of scared of this Satan. I've not played against it before, and he can slap this baby knight. So we move them like this to kind of guard him. I don't know if there's enough movement where he can fly around it or teleport. I'm kind of playing blind into Necrons. I have not played Necrons actually since 8th edition against Eulis. So yeah, it's been a while against Eulis and Necrons. So we'll see how this goes. All right, we're going to shooting phase here. All right, so that was our shooting phase. Pretty good shooting phase. Our sniper here. We're also counting this within 3 inches, so he's able to hold that objective. We talked it over. So the sniper was able to shoot here and kill the Warlord with devastating wounds. I rolled a 6. But Necrons have a guaranteed come back to life for 1 CP, so he's back to life with half life back. Over here and there, they dumped all their shots into this squad. We killed a bunch,
There's
but
one still left
yeah.
dead, reanimated with the free stratagem to bring models back.
Yep.
And then on the other Lich Guard unit, you did kill a lot more, but we were able to bring back 3 models with the 2d3 plus.
yeah. So yep, the Crusader here shot into the guard unit here, the dark black one.
Yeah, Lich Guard.
Yep. And yep.
4 dead, and now we get to reanimate again.
That was my shooting phase. Now going to Ulyss's top of turn 2.
All right, so we brought the Doomsday Arcs back here out of reserve so they could have line of sight on both big knights here. Was able to get him to rotate in the middle on the first shots coming from the Locust Heavies. Once the rotate was put on the middle guy, we focused all of our attention on Mr. Big Knight in the corner. We did quite a bit of wounds, but because he killed the Warlord on turn 1 and had the 5-up Feel No Pain, we ultimately left him with 3 wounds left in shooting, and I have no more guns left. So now we're gonna go on to the charge phase and see what I can do there.
Did you decide if you're gonna charge those blades?
All right, guys, so this is gonna be our charge phase. We got some Necrons that are gonna be playing with some big boy knights. So here's kind of our situation. Obviously, I left Big Knight over here on 3 wounds. I had some flayed ones whose purpose was to hold the objective from back here once I killed the Big Knight in shooting, but that did not happen. So we're gonna see if 5 flayed ones can take off the last 3 wounds. I don't know, the math is very close. Next, we got the sword and board that's mostly going into big boy here. We are gonna have some, the Overlords with their strength 12 weapon going into the big boy, as well as a bunch of our war sights, so they're all gonna be on the bottom floor, but they're gonna be going into small light here. The Transcendent Satan also made it in, so we're gonna see what's left. I may kill everything, I may kill nothing. I'm not too sure here, but let's see how it plays out. We'll give you a report once we finish up. All right, so some things went to plan, some did not. Kind of forgotten about the fact that he's got -1 damage, so as you can see, I split fire and left the Small Knight alive, which I should not have. Big Knight did get reduced to 8 wounds, Small Knight 6 wounds, but as you see, there is no Big Knight over here now. But there's also no flayed ones. So the flayed ones with the sustained hits, because he was less than half life, had something around like 36 hits, something crazy. That being said, they were able to kill the knight, but he did explode, and I had 5 flayed ones, and like a boss, he rolled 6 mortal wounds on explosion. So there is now nothing covering this objective over here. I've got one little destroyer that probably should have been a little extra emergent, you know, covering the objective, but he did not. So this is kind of what we're looking at for the start of, or the bottom of turn 3 or turn 2?
Top of turn 2.
So bottom turn 2, yeah. So moving a little bit slower, but just enjoying the pace of the game. And this is where we're at right now. So, all right.
All right, quick movement phase. Half my army just stayed in combat, and the sniper just stayed there. I moved the Helver in here because I realized I should not play to kill things. I should play to progress the game. So I ignored that. Is it called a hex?
Hex mark?
Hex mark?
Octopus by somebody.
Yeah. And I just moved him here to be behind cover and be able to see through these ruins. These are just regular ruins here. The Canis Rex moved up, so I moved up my max 10. I want to shoot the Satan and be able to charge it. This is a really good distraction, Carnifex, because he has all these shooters here, and I'm dumping my whole army to kill this stupid Satan. I'm leaving this Warlord here on the point because I'm hidden behind this ruin, which is infinite tall, we decided. And all these have to move. I don't think they can move and be able to see him still. Yeah. So we're safe for a turn for him, and we're going to shooting. All right, so this is our shooting phase, bottom of 2. So we were able, just with the Helverin and the Warglaive, we were able to kill the Seton here. The Helverins, 2-up anti-fly. Freaking underrated. That thing did work.
If you guys gotta play the Transcendent Satan, that is the most efficient thing I've seen go into it yet to date. So if you're a Knight player, you should have 2 of those just in case you run Necrons, because 2 of those could probably kill them.
Our sniper was able to shoot 40 inches down here, took out one of the lone destroyers. We rolled a critical hit, so that added 3 damage on top of damage, so super good. I actually failed the wound and had to spend my only CP to re-roll it. I think it was worth it, because that thing was, just one was pretty strong. What else? These guys shot into combat. They actually did not do much, so it was not very exciting over here. They're bracketed, shooting into combat, -1 already. Canis Rex had nothing to shoot at because everything is locked up in combat. So I'm kind of sad. And he moved the max 10-inch range, so I couldn't really have gone into range to shoot anything to get line of sight. Yep, so we're going to charge. Oh man, maybe I should have fallen back the Warglaive. I'm not sure. I think I should have. But yeah, we lost it in the smackback, but we were able to take some of the gold boys out, but they just came back. So I think it was not smart to charge Canis Rex. Eulis, what do you think? Should I have charged Canis Rex?
I think at that point you didn't have much of a choice. I think the only thing you could have done is if there's any way to get him on the objective to try and make sure he took the objective back, but I kind of stopped you from doing that. So I think you might as well get something out of him, but unfortunately they will probably reanimate back to full by the time it gets back.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe I should have just left him back here.
You could have maybe even ran him around and start messing with the stuff in the back maybe.
Yeah.
That might have been your play.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, going to top of turn 3. Eulis Necrons destroy my knight with 5 life points.
All right, so we did a couple splattering wounds onto Mr. Big in the middle. Mr. Canis over there, we started pumping fire to him. Got him down to 11 wounds, but he did withstand it with the 4-up invulnerable and the 5-up field of pain because of them killing the Warlord earlier. So now we're going to see in close combat, can I finish off, what is the big guy in the middle?
The Warden.
The Warden. So I'm going to see if I can finish off the Warden. But basically all of my shots spread over, did not kill a single big dude on this turn. So we're going to see what we can do in close combat. Okie dokie here, finishing up round of combat. How you can see there is some space missing in the middle. Finally, Lich Guard are durable, but they are not known for their killiness, so it did take us a while, but he did finally die. Did not explode this time, thankfully for myself. Otherwise, there would have been a lot of collateral damage. So this is what we're looking at. Knights are going to go into top of 3. They still got a few big dudes left. It's all about maximizing scoring. We'll see. He got really close. These are all the dead Lich Guard. So this is the turn when he really started to do some damage. So we'll see if the Lich Guard can survive another turn, but we got still the full health Warscythe unit alive.
All right, quick command phase and movement phase for me. This is why I love Knights, because it is fast. So he just shimmied over a little bit to just be toe in on the objective, because even if he moves that black destroyer here, I will still control it. I'm caught in combat, so my idea is to just shimmy over to try to get out of line of sight of that DDA, so he has to move to see me, if possible. I move the Helver in here, just outside of 12 to kill that, so he stops gaining CP. I think I should have just killed him points. I should have just killed him last turn, because Canis Rex had nothing to shoot at anyway. I don't know how that would have played out, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that is my turn. Let's go to Shoe Stain. All right, so our shooting phase here, we shot actually into that DDA. How much wounds did we do on it?
We did 8 wounds, there's 6 left.
8, okay. We shot the Armiger into this unit here. And did we even do any wounds? No, I think you made all your saves.
Yeah, you didn't roll right.
The Helvarian shot into the Hex Duder.
Yeah.
The little Hex Duder. We killed him, but he spent the CP to bring it back.
Zero CP.
So he is back, and we're going to melee. Yeehaw! All right, so melee, my only guy. We finally did it. I used the stratagem to give Canis Rex devastating wounds for free with his ability to do devastating wounds on 6s and wounding, and we were able to finally kill the gold squad. But now let's see what the smackback is from all these guys.
All right, so he did kill a couple things in Overwatch, got both of the gold Locust Heavy Destroyers. They were killed in Overwatch by Mr. Canis. He also popped off with his little dude and killed the Warlord in Overwatch. So had a very good Overwatch turn for Mr. Carl. I shot the 2 DDAs back into Mr. Canis Rex, took his wounds from 11 down to 6. Now we're gonna see if the last remaining Lich Guard unit can finish him off the last 5 wounds. It's gonna be close, but we'll see. Let's see if Devastating Wounds go through.
No!
All right, we finally did it. All the big knights are finished. The Necrons reclaimed at least a good part of their world. We got a couple lone stragglers that are gonna hang on to the best they can, do what they can to get some more damage output. We still got Vindicator has been doing work. I really like Vindicator in the Knight list. He definitely makes me have to play a different game. He will probably take out the Hex Mark on this round, and I cannot bring him back up again, but he has done well. He's scored me at least 12 points, if not maybe 16. But that is where we sit, and we're going to go into Knight's bottom of 4, and that's it.
All right, so this is pretty much top of 5, and then I just gave up. All I had left was my Warglaive and Helvarian over here. And yeah, so he would have just wiped me up with his anti-tanks, because these aren't very tanky. Yeah, so good job, good game, Eulis. Eulis almost got 100 points at 96. He scored 96, and we're doing fixed missions, so that was pretty good. And I got 66 points. So yeah, pretty good. So mistakes on my side, I was thinking of, I was telling Eulis, I think for my player place terrain, I should have just put like one stack of that there and one here, so I could have claimed it as cover and still been able to shoot over it. Because I think this actually hindered me being line of sight blocking. And then if you weren't listening, we were playing as first floor ruins were complete line of sight blocking, so that's why towering wasn't able to shoot through that. But yeah, very good game. Any thoughts, Eulis, on the game or your list?
Reanimator did a lot of work. I mean, if there's any way that we could have gotten from Reanimator, maybe reserve a knight, something to maybe get off a weird angle of shooting. Although this particular map would have made that difficult with being Dawn of War, because that was really what was doing it. Was each reanimation giving an extra D3 from the Reanimator. So if you're playing against Necrons, get rid of the Reanimator early.
Oh yeah, that was rough. This is this thing right here, right?
Yep, that's the big.
Yeah, and I had no way to really get to it. I had to. Only way to have destroyed that was to come in from reserves from behind.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. So good terrain placement.
Cool. Awesome.
All right. Good game. Peace. Boom.